Throttle going back. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, Hello everyone, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and today's flight, we're gonna be flying the V2 of the Freewing 90mm T-45 Goshawk that you see before you. All the beautiful scale features are there. The only thing they've removed now is they took off the front slat. So that was an awesome scale feature, but it did add a lot of weight. So now with the new in-runner that is powering this model and the weight reduction, you've taken an awesome plane that's lived for a long time. It's a classic at this point, and you just made it that much better as far as its flying capabilities. So that's enough for me talking right now. Let me taxi it out on the runway and let's take it up for flight. So inside I've got an Admiral 6000 6S pack. Again, she's a 6S powered bird. The air brakes are still there, full flaps, all the LED lighting. You've got two on top, I believe. One on the bottom, strobe. You've got the wing lights as well, and one in the cockpit, which is cool. So a lot of scale features. And what I love about this model too, you pull it out of the box, the decals are all done. So you don't have to do anything but assemble. It's very quick. But Alex, you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. We're getting a crosswind from my back. So we'll see how this goes. You ready? Here we go. Take it off right to left. I'm not going any flaps. We're just going for it. Pull up. Gear going in. Again, she has sequence gear doors. And we can see how the wind is going to affect us in the air. But she can scoot now. I mean, I haven't even been full throttle yet. Oh, look at the wind killing her up top. But here we go. I have no gyro inside, pulling it up. Look at the vertical. Oh yeah, power off, coming back down. See the wind. But absolutely stunner in the sky and tons of power now, which is what I love. Now, I never got a chance to fly the V1 of the Goshawk. It just had never made it in front of my, into my studio in the last couple years. Always working on something else. But now that this has a new power system, I'm happy to see it hanging up with all the other big 90s from Freewing. But look at that. Now that's just half throttle. Give it some power, get out of dodge. It just looks so good. So good. Just a trainer aircraft. Like immediately it reminds me of the 70mm Hawk, which is what you want. Just a bigger version, more scale detail. That's inverted. Looks good inverted. I could pull up inverted. Let's go up and over. Now let's power off. We'll glide it back into a pattern here. Oh, it's got a nice roar to it too. Listen to that. Put it back on. Love that. We're gonna turn around. And I'm gonna speed by and then pull the throttle back again. Throttle going back. Oh, I love that sound. Always a fan. It's just a beautiful, stable flyer. Now, I don't think I'd recommend it for a beginner, but if you're on your third EDF, I don't see why a nice big T-45 is gonna do you any harm if you've already flown like an Avanti or a T-33 or the L-39, something like that. You're gonna love this model. One more time by you. All right, so now I'm getting my signals. So first things first, let's get the gear down. Now flaps coming out. And then air brake. We are full dirty now, coming in for a landing. And let's hope we can do this. I'm about half throttle. Let's pray the wind doesn't decide to pick up right as I'm touching down, but you know she will. See my landing light. Oh, another light, the landing light, forgot about that. But look at that. Bring it in. With those trailing links. She takes that weight. He'll take 2 of them. My man behind me, he was saying he wanted to see it fly. I hope I did it justice. He'll fly it better than me. But man, how could you not love everything from the scheme to the scaleness? Now with the power, I mean, again, I never flew it with slats, so I know some guys are sad to see those go, but to me, I just think if you're gonna eliminate weight, why not, you know? It looks good either way. Still a gorgeous aircraft after all these years. And now, she has the power system that can prove it. So that'll do it for us right here. Let's talk about it. I'll run through these features and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, guys, so here is the beautiful T-45, and you can see she is a significant bird. You know, for a 90 millimeter, she's got a lot of size to her. I'm about 6 foot. I feel like I'm a pretty big guy, but this is a nice big model. Now, before we check the cells on it, I do want to show you some of the features that are still there. So again, they removed the front leading flaps, but they did what I like. They replaced it with just a solid plastic piece going across. So you got nice plastic, will help protect. You know, I'd rather plastic along the leading edges than foam, so that's nice. Again, the lights, you have 2 on the wingtips. You got 2 up top, so that's 4. You got 1 strobe on the bottom, that's 5. There's 1 in the cockpit, that's 6, and then a nose gear light, so that's 7 lights inside. Air brakes, I got them on my back right switch. I set them for just 45 degrees. I only have 1 position. This transmitter doesn't really have as many 3-position switches, but so I just set it like that. It's been more than fine for me, but that's, you know, up to you. But again, those are there, which is great. You've got full flaps, obviously, as you'd expect. Aileron, elevator, rudder, steerable nose gear. What I like too, all trailing link suspension. I mean, she's still got some weight to her, not as much as she used to have, but if you saw that landing, you know, when she touches down, it looks good when you sit her down on the mains and head up front. And then looking again, nice cockpit detail inside, and the scheme is already done. You don't have to do anything. You just have to put a couple little peripherals on and obviously screw together construction, no glue on anything, and you're good to go. Removable nose cone so you don't blow your pitot tube off, which is good. And now taking off the canopy, oh, and you can see here too, plastic on the leading edges of the intakes too, which is great because that's where you suck in sometimes dirt and rocks, and that if that's foam, then that gets damaged more often than not. But now taking off the top, they do give you a nice, so this is the LED comes with this, and it's a nice, really, I have it, it's stuck to my battery, there it is, but it's a really long wire. So when you take this off, you know, obviously don't yank, because you know, they give you enough length where that shouldn't happen, so just try to keep that in mind when you are flying. But it just plugs right into a blue box, the blue box, which is right on the front here. Very easy access, so when you want to remove the wings, it's just ribbon cables for the wings, 4 screws, the wing will come right off. And then inside, again, I have my 6S, that's where I'm getting CG, my Admiral 6000, and basically I have the pack lined up right on the back of the battery tray. I'm sure for you guys, there's still plenty of space to go even further back if you want to try to, you know, a lot of guys like to high alpha and, you know, have a more aft CG. This kind of model though, I don't really think it needs that. I like to fly it more like the Avanti or the T-35. You know, it's a trainer, if you will. So I am going to, I'll leave her plugged in. Let me just pull the battery out, pop it up, and let's see where I was, because I'm just looking at my timer now. I didn't realize, I thought my timer was counting down. I still have 26 seconds on my 2-minute 30-second useful throttle time. So I definitely didn't fly a really long flight by any stretch. And there we go, we're at 3.8. So I was more heavy on the throttle on that one. But again, throttle is up to you. She could take a bigger battery if you got a 7 or an 8000. You know, she can take it. But the beauty of this model is the scale detail, the scale fidelity of it, the looks of it, and that new power system. The in-runner sounds great. I was having fun just shutting the throttle down there. I love when the wind, it's one of those, sort of like the Venom, when the wind goes over it without any throttle, it just sounds really cool. But that'll do it for us here, guys. I hope you guys, if you were thinking about, you know, a Goshawk, then I think she's the one you're gonna wanna have in your hangar, because she just looks so awesome from end to end. Really just a beautiful, beautiful model that is now more than capable in the sky. So if you have any other questions, guys, leave a comment down below. Check out the Hobby Squawk thread where guys have been flying this thing for years. You could talk to owners of the plane now there. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time at Motion RC. Bye, guys.